Well, I would like to thank everybody that's here today, everybody that made this possible. Without all of you guys, we would not be able to serve our mission. I'm pretty sure that you're going to be as inspired as I am of the heroes that you're going to meet today. As a military mom, I know that the entire family serves. And I'd like to give you a mother's perspective of this journey. And keeping in mind that I rocked him as a baby, and I fed him as a child, and I helped him take his first steps, and I cried when I heard his first words. And then one day, in the blink of an eye, a man stood before me, and I found myself holding back the tears as I told him goodbye, and our car pulled away from the recruiter's office that day with one less person. And then I waited for letters to arrive, letting me know how he was doing. And some I received were not so comforting, as he explained that he was certain the drill sergeant wanted to kill him. And finally, after what seemed an eternity, he wrote home letting me know that he would graduate from boot camp and I would once again be able to embrace him. As I watched him graduate with such confidence and maturity, I was torn between the greatest pride I'd ever felt and the greatest fear of the unknown future. And a short time went by, and the announcement of a deployment to a war-torn country became all-consuming. I waited, and I worried, and I prayed. And I remember telling friends that it was like when you go for an x-ray and the technician says, take a deep breath in and hold it. And I believe I held my breath until he stepped back onto American soil. I found myself searching for news, and when I heard of an American warrior being injured or killed, I would drop to my knees in prayer. But I really wasn't sure what to pray for, because as much as I didn't want it to be mine, I didn't want it to be anybody else's either. And I remember watching people in the stores and laughing and going on with life, and as if nothing at all was happening, and I would think, do they know where my boy is? Do they know what he's sacrificing for them? Do they know that there is nothing normal about today? And every time the doorbell rings, you peek out the window, praying there's a car in the driveway that you recognize. And you pray that no military uniforms are on the men standing at your front door. Every time the phone rings, you think, could it be him calling to make your heart skip a beat just to hear his voice? Or could it be the call that each military parent fears most? Today, you are going to meet two families that have received that dreaded call. And these families are the epitome of what the entire family serves means. They each have a story of relentless faith and courage that is at the core of their successful journey. OFR has had the honor of being in their lives since the time of injury, and we truly believe this to be an honor. How often do you have in front of you an actual window into God's blessings? To watch a miracle unravel against all odds is definitely a gift. You are changed forever by their determination to see only the good and put their needs aside for an indefinite amount of time without a single thought of doing it any other way. With such gratitude that they did not lose their child that day on the battlefield, and such fortitude to never give up. Knowing that there is a reason that their child came home to us and they have much to offer this world. Each of these young men has touched the lives of so many, and their families have shown what it means to take the commitment of family as a way of life and not just words. They show what the love of a mother, father, and sibling can accomplish when you refuse to let difficulty dictate your climb, when you do not allow an incident to tear a hole in the canvas of your life. Instead, these families demonstrated grace and strength and thanked God for the blessings in their lives. And I'm sure each one of these families has had bad days, because we're all human and it is difficult to watch your child suffer in any way. Every parent knows that you would trade everything you have to keep your child from suffering this type of pain. But to be able to climb past that and push forward and concentrate on goodness and blessings in the face of dark days is what I've had the honor of witnessing. And I can only pray that I could be half the person that these parents and family members have been. So as you listen to their stories today, I am sure you will feel the same as I do, tremendous awe. Know that you are in the presence of heroes of uncommon valor, and the virtues our heroes possess that time and again humble us in their presence has often started at home by example of their mothers and fathers and family members. I start each day knowing that I have seen dim hope turn into shining stars, and we as the recipients of their sacrifice have the power to lighten their loads. My hope is that you leave here today with a renewed sense of family, community, and patriotism, and that we pull together as a nation to recognize and honor their commitment, service, and sacrifice, and that we all take the commitment to support our troops as a way of life and not just words. Today I have the honor of introducing one of these families, and you're about to hear the words of a mother that I have grown to admire and love. I'm certain her son is here with us today because of her faith and determination. In the nearly 6 years that I have known her, she has taught me so much. She has shown me strength that is inspiring and hope that shines through the darkest of days. She is a mother who raised 2 fine children. They exemplify her greatest qualities. One was willing to sacrifice his life for all of us, and one that has stood by her side through thick and thin to make sure that this family stays together. Please join me in welcoming the mother of Staff Sergeant Jose Pequeno, Nellie Bagley.